Hi, Alec here from Platformly. In this tutorial video, I'm going to cover the basics of our Sales CRM module. In your account, under the menu CRM, you can see two menu options, so organizations and pipelines, which are connected directly with the Sales CRM. We can quickly start with organizations. So the idea here is to better organize your contacts as well as view all deals, contacts, activities, and file by a specific organization. So you can quickly add an organization by clicking here. You upload the logo. So let me try. Okay, we can use this one for Platformly. And you saw this popped up here. I'm going to quickly explain what it is. So description, marketing, automation, at domain, industry, employees. You can enter depending of the company. I'm gonna just enter 5 here. So as you see here, we have found one or multiple contacts that are part of this organization. Do you want to add them? Basically, when you add organization, we scan your contacts and we see if in your organization field or company field you have Platformly included, or if maybe in the website you have your organization domain. So in this case, it's Platformly. If it is, then we match it here. So I will say yes. Okay, so I'm including this contact within this specific organization. So I'm gonna just quickly save, and that's it. We just added organization. You can see here, so the contacts, and if you click, it is going basically take you to the actual contacts and list them. As you can see, so this is the insight. If you click there or if you click on the name, you end up here. So this is the organization preview. You can see the logo, the actual name, the description, then current stats, so the website, marketing, and then employees contacts. And here you will be able to see all the deals, all the contacts that are to this organization, all the activities, and all the files that are referred to this organization. Meaning, when a salesperson creates a deal for a contact that exists in this organization, and then he creates activities for that deal, and then he adds new files for that deal will come here. Those contacts will be shown here. All the activities and all the files for those deals will be shown here. So you can easily find and manage everything per organization. Now let's move further to the pipelines. So again, from the drop down, we choose pipelines. So as you know, pipelines are for different stages. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 stages. You can have it for one business, for another business. Everything depends for personal or company use. And that's why we went with full flexibility here when you create a pipeline. So you have unlimited pipelines. So you can create unlimited pipelines. The pipelines are per project, so you can have few for this project, then for other project, etc. So that is the way we went. And let's quickly create a pipeline. For example, as you can see, we can give it a pipeline name. In this case, default pipeline, we can call it. Pipeline created for video purposes. And by default, as you can see, we give 4 stages, which you can drag and drop. So you can change their order, you can change their color, choose from a palette, and change their names. Of course, the flexibility goes even more, so you can also delete and you can add more. So you can just, let's say, for example, I can go with proposal made content. I think it's enough. Okay, we can go with 3, and the one was qualified. I'm gonna get back that one, choose a color for it, and just move it here. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly save it. And this is how our pipeline looks at this point. We tried to make it as simple as possible, but still, of course, in mind of fully featured. So if you want to add another pipeline, you can just click this plus here button and fill the information, and that will add another pipeline within your account for this project. Here on the top on the right, you are able to search the deals that are within this pipeline. Then to filter the deals, so basically you can filter by create date, when they were created, team member or assignee, basically contacts that are involved in those deals. It can be one or multiple, labels that are assigned for that deal, and also status. So you can choose between if the deal is open still or won and lost. We went with this approach. Instead having 2 more stages, won and lost, we went with statuses, which are basically included everywhere in the automations, rules, filtering, because we thought that that way is a little bit cleaner for our system. Then if you go down here, you're able to see here a calendar, which are the activities. So you can click here and then it will take you to the activities part. In this part here, you're able to add activity. By clicking first activity, you can quickly here add an activity and save it. And then you're able to see overdue, today, tomorrow, this week, next week activities, of course. You can choose an assignee. You can choose the type of activities, basically to filter. And of course, you're able to choose what columns you want to show. And we went even further with a calendar view. So basically, when you create an activity, you're able to see in a calendar view also. Let me get back quickly to the pipelines. So here, for example, as you can see, we have the board, right? But we also have a table. So you can toggle between a board view and a table view for this pipeline. Then in the settings option, you can either edit or delete the actual pipeline. You can only delete a pipeline if deals are not in the actual pipeline. So make sure when you're deleting a pipeline, if this option is not present, basically you need to check also to filter your won and lost also deals and close and delete those deals in order to be able to delete this pipeline. And as last important option also is this here, like the three dots. So when you click, you're able to create a default sorting for this specific pipeline. So you can sort by few options here, like deal title, deal value, created, closed date, assignee, deal age, for example, how much is old, and choose between ascending and descending sorting. As you can see, the sales pipeline is fully customizable, which means that you can choose the number of stages, as well as the name, the color of each stage. So the idea here is to be able to create a sales pipeline that fits to your business. Okay, so we basically touched the base of the activities because we went with this option here. I'm going to just quickly now start and talk about the deals, which are the important part. So you can add a deal here from this here, or you can go in the contact and from the actual CRM. I'm going to just quickly show you that a little bit later. So from here you can choose a contact. So in this case, I'm going to choose a contact, deal title. Then you choose the pipeline and the stage you want the deal to be in. And of course the amount and the close date. By default, we set the close date to 1 month upfront, but of course you can edit and set the close date as you wish. Then you can assign it. You can leave it unassigned to the entire company, but that means that, let's say, the administrator of this account and the sales manager, they will be able to see it, but not the actual salesperson. If he comes, he will be able to see only deals assigned and activities assigned to him. And of course the tags or the actual labels. So in this case, I'm gonna choose Igor and I'm gonna choose here new tag. And of course you can attach files. So in this case, we can come here and let's attach platform logo. Okay, cool, great. Okay, so this is how a deal looks like, a preview. So we have the title, the value, activities, which is 0, the actual status and the close date, and the people that are involved in. If you click here, you'll be able to see the actual user. If you click here, then if you don't have activities, you can schedule an activity for this specific deal. You can drag it and change the stages. You can click and of course preview. So let me quickly explain the screen. On the top we have the status, the title and the value. On the right we have the actual assignee. The actual statuses, because we moved it from lit to qualified. When it was created, close date, you can see the contacts. It can be one or multiple contacts. So we didn't want it one contact to one deal. We wanted multiple contacts to one deal. Why? Because if you have an organization and then you're dealing with, I'm not sure, let's say with a salesperson, they're a salesperson, you add them here. And then a new guy comes that needs to also work on that deal. You can include it in your organization and put him in the same deal. It gives you flexibility to use one or multiple basically contacts to one deal. As you can see the activities, if you click here, it's gonna go, and then the labels. So by clicking here, you're able to filter all the deals with that specific label. Of course, you can do it from here also. And on the right side, we have the activity. So every kind of activity is shown here. By everything, I mean everything that happens with this deal. So deal was created and now we moved it from lead to qualified, right? So let's see if I go edit. I go edit and I go deal title new, and I'm gonna change the amount to 5,000 and I'm gonna add it. Okay, so if I open now the deal, you will be able to see also that. So deal was edited by admin, old title, old and new value, value, new old stage. Okay, stage, and you can see it moved then from lead to qualified. So we have notes also. So let me add a note. So these are notes to this deal. Okay, so and we have files which are just preview here. You can add a file if you go edit, for example. Okay, so if you go here like this, and you will be able to see a new note. So that's the activity. The activities hold every single change to a specific deal and by who it was done. So as I mentioned before, you can create a deal from here. You can also create a deal from other places. So we are now at the contacts. So here you have a deals tab, which you can see the actual deals assigned to this contact, and from here you can add a new contact. You can also edit a specific deal. You can manage its activities, view it, etc., even delete it. And you will be able to see that the tab activities is also available, which you can also add activities. Okay, and also another option to add deals is from our automations. So if you go in my automations, let me see, I have it open. Yeah, I have. Okay, cool. So here, let's say if you go here, you can go add, let's go deal, add a deal. Okay, and then you just assign, you choose a pipeline, you choose a specific stage. So in this case, this one is the pipeline. Fill this information and you can add it from automations builder, as you can see, and also from automation rules. So when you go add new action, deal, so add a deal, and you can add a deal from here also. As you can see, this gives you a full flexibility to either manually add deals to a specific contact, to a specific pipeline, or automated based on specific actions and conditions and triggers. Okay, so we're moving back to the activities. So here, so let's schedule an activity. So you can choose between call, meeting, task, email, lunch. So we're gonna go with a call. Call him. You need to call him today, for example. Then choose the actual date. It's 3 o'clock, and like this. And then we're gonna choose 3 o'clock. Okay, so when you add your start and end date, of course it can be bigger. So it can be, if it is a meeting, then call okay, but if it's a task, then you can set 3-4 days, things like that. Then it calculates duration, how much it is. Let's add a description here. So talk about the deal. These are internal notes, so they are not shown anywhere except for the actual team of the account. Then you choose the deal. Because we went from here, it's auto-filled and it shows the participants in this deal, so you can see them, and then you need to assign this to a specific sales team. You can also set a reminder and mark it as done right away. So let's say if you worked on some specific task and you finished it, you came here, you add the task and you mark as done because it was finished outside the field or depending on the business needs. And the reminder, you can choose basically the time and minutes, hours, or days. So it reminds me, let's say 30 minutes before this event, this activity, and the system will remind you over an email that you need to call him in 30 minutes, for example. Okay, so I'm gonna just tick that off and create an activity. So again, here you can see at this point we all filtered based on the actual deal that we came in. So I'm gonna just turn off that filter. We have the deal that we created, and you can see here we can choose eager and it's gonna show it. So that's the filter by assignee. Then here if we choose meeting, it's not gonna show it because it's a call, so that's filter based on the type. You can edit the activity or mark it as done, or simply delete it from here. You're able to see, as we said, overdue, today, tomorrow activities. So let's say this one is today, so we come here. We're gonna see it also there. And we can choose which fields we show or not. You already know that behavior. And if we go calendar, you're able to see it. So by clicking, a pop-up comes where you see more information about the deal, and you can go view or edit to work with the actual activity, sorry, not deal. Same as the deals, with activities, we also went further in the automations. So from here, automatically, when something happens, some conditions are fulfilled, etc., you can just simply create a deal activity. So you choose pipeline. Let's say, for example, title, you enter information, activity type. The only difference here is, you see here, this selector is basically you're adding an activity to, so let's say it's a meeting, due date it's 1 day from the creation, assigned to Igor. So this is basically important to mention. As you can see, choose deal selector. So this is a selector that is gonna choose to what deal the activity will be created. Okay, so it says most recent deal for this contact. So the contact came in the automation, the most recent deal, okay, created for it. All deals for this contact, if he has 1, okay, if he has 10, it will create for 10 of them. All open or won, all lost. So you decide to what deal, 1 or multiple, to create this activity. So that's from the automation, and the similar approach, of course, is from the rules. So you go here, activity, add a deal activity, and it's the same approach. We have one more extra option here with regarding the activities, and that's mark as done a deal activity, okay, which you can choose between next and all deals activity, most recent deal, or the filter that we just discussed, and in what pipeline. So the same thing is available also in the automation builder. So mark as done a deal activity, you click, you fill the options, and when something happens, it's gonna mark as done that activity. Okay, so I think that we covered all the basics regarding the Sales CRM. This video is already taking long, so I'm gonna quickly just go over the automations part, which is also very important. In the automations builder and also in the automations rule, we included a lot of options regarding our CRM. So if you go deal, you can see all the options. So we have in actions, in this case, are add a deal, update deal, fill value, change deal status, etc. And then we have add a note to a deal, change deal stage, status. And then we have for activity, so add a deal activity and mark as done, as I described them. The same actions are available in the rules here. So if you write deal here, you will be able to see them. Then if we go quickly to the conditions, so if I go here, fork, then here we have deals. So you are able to choose between has deal in stage, has deal with status, has deal with value, has total number of deals. So those are like decisions that you can make for a specific contact. Same is here in the rules. So if you go here, add new condition, for example, and we go deal, you have those options also here available. And as triggers, if you go filter for deal, you can choose between deal stage changed, deal status changed, and enters a deal pipeline. The same approach, of course, is in the rules also. So this gives you a full flexibility to automate your process and do a variety of actions and triggers regarding your sales pipelines. And as for the end, I'm gonna just touch the base for Salesperson. So when you go in your account in setup and then in users, you can see all your accounts here. So if you click on a specific user, you can see all his deals assigned, all activities, and all files. So in this case, we already created a platform, so this is the activity you created, and these are the deals. So we have the new that we created. These are some previous deals. So you can see per team member all that information. And also when you create a new team account, at the bottom you can see this option. It is a salesperson. A salesperson can see only his assigned deals and activities. Basically, when you tick this, you have an option to choose what pipelines a salesperson will see. If it is a normal team member, then you just give him access to the CRM or not. So you come here, you say, okay, allow all deny below sales. So in this case, if we're adding a salesperson, I'm denying everything. I'm only allowing a CRM access, so CRM section, which is basically contacts, pipelines, etc. And I'm assigning a specific pipeline so he can view only that pipeline and save. If, for example, you just need a usual team member, of course you just untick this, and if this stays like this, basically he has access to the CRM and everything. Only this section, everything else won't be available for him. I know it was a long video, but it was a lot to put in one video, so I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.